I can really tell how out of practice I am because I'm almost finished with this vlog, and then I went back through and was going and trying to edit it, and I realized that the intro and the first update that I gave you on Quicksilver is gone. It's gone. So here I am. Like I said, almost finished. Can you finish your words? Almost finished with this vlog, and I have to come on here and update you guys. All out of order. So, about to go to the gym. I'm having the best protein shake ever. I didn't even intro. Hi, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Sam. This is a fantasy romance. Are these fantasy romance books worth your time? I don't know what I'm calling it yet, but I'm reading 3 fantasy romances. So Quicksilver by Callie Hart, The Veiled Kingdom by Holly Renee, and then The Book of Azreal by Amber V. Nicole. Okay. Quicksilver. And here's the thing. I feel like I'm going to try really hard not to confuse this one with The Veiled Kingdom because it's kind of similar-ish with how they start out. So in this book, we are following Saris Fane. Now, Saris is a mortal, and she lives in what they call the Third. So kind of how it's broken up is you have, rich palace, and then I don't really remember what else, but the Third is basically the poorest sort of city in where she lives, in this kingdom. And they are thought to have basically sickness, plague, and every other person in this kingdom, every other city, because that's how they're sectioned off. I guess kind of like Hunger Games almost, where they have their districts. But so whenever people from the Third are not supposed to leave the Third because everyone else thinks that they have this sickness, and they've been told that if you come into contact and you touch someone that's from the Third, you will contract this illness and you'll die. Well, Saris, she is a thief. She goes out all the time because, food and water is very scarce in the Third where she lives, and she has to take care of her brother. So she is out one day, and she decides to steal a cuff arm plate, some sort of armor that is, what is it, metal, some kind of metal, silver, gold plated. I can't entirely remember, but she decides to steal it from them because then she can melt it down and make some money off of it and be able to provide for her and her brother. Somehow her brother ends up with it, or something of that nature. Her brother ends up with it, and then when the King's Guard comes to find her and take her, or the Queen's Guard, the Queen's Guard, because this one is a queen, not a king. So the Queen's Guard, they come, and I think they're trying to arrest her brother, but then she's like, no, it was me. I was the one who took it. And so she goes to the palace, and she's awaiting her punishment from the queen. She pretty much knows that she's gonna die. And all of a sudden, this man appears in a pool of quicksilver, and he whisks her away to the world of the Fae, and that man just so happens to be Kingfisher. And Kingfisher has been away for a very, very long time, so he's made it back to his homeland, and obviously his friends and his people, they miss him very much, and he's struggling, very broody, very rude to her at first. But Saris, I liked her. I really did. It's weird to be talking about this now after I have finished it, and I'm trying to guess it doesn't matter what tense that I talk about this in. I liked Cyrus, okay, and I liked her from the beginning. And I liked Kingfisher from the beginning too, so yeah. I think that's all. Yeah, I wish I didn't delete my other footage, but here we are. So now we'll be back to the regular, normal vlog instead of this crappy intro. Terribly sorry, but I hope you enjoy. I don't have much to say as far as updates go, but I am 73% of the way through this book and I'm loving it. All I want to do is sit and read this book. That's all I want to do. But I have chores to do. I just started the washer and the dishwasher is going, so I'm getting things done, but I am going to sit and read for a little bit longer today because it's good. It's good. It's good, y'all. I'm really enjoying it. Okay, so I figured I would do a little skincare routine. I do not use this every day. This is the Dermalogica. It's like a rice powder exfoliator, and I have very dry skin. So I will use this when I feel like my skin just needs like a little bit of extra exfoliation. So typically I will just like rinse my face off with water in the mornings, but I felt like it just needed a little bit of help today. So that's why I am using that. And we're just gonna sit here and watch me wipe my face off very awkwardly. Okay, May Love the Glow Maker. This is a vitamin C serum that is pretty new to me. I actually just ordered this from Amazon, I believe. I've heard a lot about it and I just really needed to incorporate a vitamin C serum again, so there's that. This is the hyaluronic acid serum. I really like this one as well. Again, I just need extra hydration because my skin is just so dry and the climate here is also dry, so anything I can do to help. This is my eye cream. This is just the e.l.f. I think it's called Hello Hydration or Holy Hydration. That's the eye cream that I use. Really just any like hydrating eye cream in the morning is what I will use. This is just what I'm using now and it's cheap, so that's a plus. And then my moisturizer. I have used this moisturizer for years. I love it so much. I did actually buy a new one for when this one runs out, so I'm gonna switch it up a little bit and we'll see how my skin likes it. Okay, these are random things that I use. Peach and Lily, this is a lactic acid like serum, also for exfoliating. I use this like every other day. Then this is just a spot treatment. If I have any breakouts, I will put that on as a spot treatment. And then coming up is my daily SPF. I really like this one and it's tinted and it doesn't break me out. Of course, as soon as I sit down to film this, my AC is gonna kick on. Yeah, that's great. But we're just gonna continue, okay? So pretend you don't hear that because it's freaking hot out. But yet I'm in a sweatshirt. I don't know. It's beside the point. You are here for updates. And I have an update because I finished Quicksilver by Callie Hart last night. I think we can guess how much I liked it because I already have the paperback. I already went out and bought the physical copy. Yeah, I don't think. I'm gonna give this one 4 stars. I did have a couple problems here and there. I think the world building wasn't the best. The like overall plot, I think we've seen before. But I do think that kind of like the magic system in here with the quicksilver is original. I have never read one like that, a fantasy romance quite like that. So it did have some originality to it, but again, it does follow the very like cliche, the typical romance or fantasy romance tropes and kind of lines that, you know, each romantasy book has to, not has to, but you know, that they all hit. I just had a ton of fun with this though. Like, I can overlook some of the smaller plot holes and just weird things because I had fun with this book. Saris and Kingfisher, I loved their banter. I loved it so freaking much. And then Kingfisher is just like broody shadow daddy who has a soft spot, and oh, I just eat it up. I eat that stuff up. So I really enjoyed this one. I think this one, I mean, for me, it's definitely worth the hype. But if you are like a huge fantasy reader, I don't know that like you would totally love this if you're super picky about your fantasy. But I think if you go in here and just expect to have a really good time, you're really gonna like this, because I really liked this. And again, like, I could not put this down. And it's funny because I marked this on Goodreads that I was reading this back in like July, I think around when it first came out. And it's like August now, because I marked it as currently reading, but I wasn't actually reading it. I'm really bad about that sometimes. I'll be like, okay, this is the book that I'm gonna start next. And then I actually don't start it. I read something else. Then it just sits in my currently reading shelf on Goodreads forever. And sometimes I will like take it off and move it back to my want to read. But this one, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to read this book. So it looks like it took me longer to read than it actually did, but I'm really glad that I gave it a shot. I had just so much fun. Yeah, this was a good one. So 4 stars for Quicksilver. And then I'm going to start next, The Veiled Kingdom by Holly Renee. I've been hearing some pretty good things about this one too. And I have also read things by Holly Renee before, like her fantasy romance. So I have high hopes for this one. And then the cover, I do have the physical book, but I'll put the cover up here. It's stunning. It's so freaking pretty. So that is next up on the reading agenda. I'm gonna multitask here and fold some laundry while I tell you guys about The Veiled Kingdom by Holly Renee. So how far am I into this? I really should be better at like noting how far I am into these books before I come in here and like tell you guys what it's about. Anyway, so this book opens up with Naira is her name, and she is a princess on the run. Her father kind of kept her locked up for her entire life because she is a fae who has no magic, which that is pretty unheard of. And because she is his sole heir, he didn't want anyone to learn about it, and then he kept hoping that her powers would come about eventually, but they haven't. And she has just been like mistreated her whole life. And so there is a rebellion in this world where they come attack the kingdom, and she escapes. She uses that as, you know, her means to escape. So the book opens up and she's been on the run for quite some time, and her father is looking for her, and she's been living on the streets, and she has made a friend, and she's kind of surviving by just stealing, pickpocketing. And so she is on this bridge, I forget exactly what they call it, and she decides that she's going to steal from this man, and that goes horribly wrong because he is one of the king's guards. And so she is taken back to her father's palace, you know, where she lived, where she grew up, but no one realizes. And I'm questioning that now. How are they not realizing who she is? But they don't realize it. And so she's kind of held in a cell for a little bit, and she has a cellmate who just so happens to be Dacre, who is his father, is the leader of this rebellion. And so Dacre obviously is very much a part of the rebellion. And his sister is taken as well. And so they break in to get her out, and she's like, I am not leaving without my friend here. And so she's forced to go back to their kingdom. This kingdom that, you know, it's a veiled kingdom. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Dacre and Nyra, they're having some pretty good banter. Like, he is very suspicious of her, and she's desperately trying to hide who she is because she knows that with this rebellion, they want to overthrow her father, and if they find out that she is the princess, bad things are gonna happen. Bad things are gonna happen. So yeah, we'll see how long she can keep that up. I don't know how long that's gonna go, but we'll figure it out. So far though, I'm enjoying it. But yeah, I'll update you when I'm finished or have another update. I don't know. I'll talk to you later. Hello. So I'm getting ready to take Piper to get her hair cut. It's been a while since she's had one, and school's about to start, so she needs to get her hair cut. And I'm just kind of going over my hair just to make it look halfway decent. Reading update, because I am, I think, a little bit further than 60% of the way through the Veiled Kingdom, and something just happened. I'm not sure if her identity is going to be revealed, but like, that has to be how it ends, right? She can't just like keep this a secret from these people for that long. So I think something big is probably gonna happen pretty soon, because up until now, like, it's been a fun read. Well, maybe not fun, but like, I'm interested. It's just not been very exciting. Like, there's not a whole lot happening, which is weird because the last like fantasy series that I read from Holly Renee was her Kingdom of Stars and Shadows series. And that one I felt like was just go, go, go nonstop. So this one I'm a little bit like, oh, well, it's just taking its time a little bit more than I'm used to from her. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see though. And I think, is the second book already out? I don't know. I need to look that up, but I am liking it. I have a feeling that it's going to be one of these books where like the ending is just very crazy. And then I'm going to want to go into book 2 if it's available to me, like immediately. But I don't know. We'll see. That is good enough for my hair. I don't know if I'm going to do my makeup or not. I've been trying to like be okay going out of the house without having makeup on, because like, who really cares, you know? And my skin isn't that bad. Like, I have a few breakouts, but you know, it is what it is. I might do it when I get back, because when I get back, I also need to film my mid-year freakout tag, which I know we are well past the mid-year freakout point, but it's one of my favorite videos to watch and one of my favorite videos to film. So I'm gonna do it. I don't care. I don't care how late it is, okay? Also, I was gonna do an August TBR, but that just seems a little, like, it really does seem a little too late for that, because it's already August the 12th. So I doubt I will do an August TBR, but yeah, have to film that. I need to go. Yeah, hopefully the vent, like fan is on in here. Hopefully you can still hear me. I probably should have thought about that before I filmed in the bathroom, but it's too late now. I have to go. I'll talk to you later. Piper got her hair cut. You like it?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
The barber,
Hairdresser?
whatever, cut it just a little bit too short, but it's still really cute. I like it.
I think it's cute. You ready for school?
No.
No? Well, you got your new haircut for school, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell everybody bye and hello.
Bye and hello. Have a good day.
I keep forgetting that you guys have not seen like the entirety of my new book room yet. It's a mess right now. Those boxes are empty. I just need to break them down. I have not wanted to, okay? I am sick of breaking down boxes, okay? So they're hanging out right there. That's where they're gonna live for now, okay? There's Murphy. You guys haven't seen Murphy in a while. Yeah, Cookie laying down over here, but I don't want to bother her because I just picked her up a couple of minutes ago and she's very like, I can only handle so much love, okay? And then she's out of here. But I did get to finish The Veiled Kingdom while Piper was getting her haircut. It took like an hour and a half, I want to say. Maybe a little bit longer because they did like washed and styled the whole thing. And Piper has a lot of hair, so I was able to finish this. And I was further along in the book than I actually thought that I was when I updated you last. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm also out of breath. I just filmed the mid-year freakout tag and that took it out of me. Oh, there's a Cookie girl. She's sniffing all my historicals over there. But anyway, I think for this book, I'm going to settle, I think, on a 3.5 star. I think so. Maybe a 3. I don't know, because I feel like this definitely set up the next book really well, which comes out on the 20th, August 20th. I think it's The Hunted Heir comes out. And I actually really am excited for that one because I like how this one ended. It didn't end the way that I thought it was going to end. Like it did, kind of. I don't want to give like too many spoilers away, but I feel like it's not really a spoiler because like we all know that they're gonna find out that she's the princess. We knew that, but the way that Dacre, am I saying that right? Dacre. Yeah, Dacre. The way he reacted, I wasn't expecting that. I really was not expecting that. So I'm looking forward, very much looking forward to the next book is all I'm trying to say. I'm saying many words without saying anything at all. I'm out of practice, okay? Bear with me. But yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a 3.5 star, yeah. Because the ending, it did pick up, but I still think like there just wasn't enough going on in this book. Like I'm like, okay, can something happen? Can something happen? Can something happen? Like, okay, she's training. They're, going to the hot springs and they're arguing and, it just, I don't know. It's just a little too slow for me, but I did like it. So yes, next book that I'm going to read is, where is it at? I thought I put it on my shelf. Maybe I didn't. Is it over here? Hi, Miss Cookie. It is. It's right here. I have stuff everywhere, okay? I have to clean this room. I think I want to move my desk, my work desk, over here to this wall. I don't know, but I have windows over here, so like it would be nice to kind of look out the window. I don't know. I will figure it out. But the next book that I want to read is The Book of Azreal by Amber V. Nicole. I'm going to start this tonight. This one does have an audio, but I don't know if I want to do the audio. I don't know. We'll see. But I am going to start this book. Probably We've been rewatching Stranger Things with Piper, and I've been reading while we're watching it because I've already seen it before. So I'm still like keeping up with what's going on, but it's also easy for me to kind of read a book. So that's been getting a lot of my physical reading done while we're watching that. So yeah, I'm gonna go. Like I said, it's been a while. Come here. Come say hi. You want to see pretty boy? Oh, look at the pretty boy. Look at him. He's so handsome. Look at this baby. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Murph. Okay, you're done with me? I wonder if I can get Cookie over here. Come here. Come here, sweet girl. She's such a little, like, tease. Come here. She'll stay, like, just out of reach where you can't get to her. And she knows, like, she'll hear you. Like, come here, Cookie, come here. And she'll just sit and stare at you. Or sometimes you'll be calling her and she's, like, looking away. But her ears are like, I'm like, I know you hear me. Come here. Come here. Try to get her. Murphy wants out. When I let him in here and I shut the door, he sits and cries at the door. But if I don't let him in here, he still sits and cries at the door. Come here. Okay, yeah, this ain't gonna happen. I'll talk to you later. Hello. It is Friday. It's been a couple days since I've updated you. I'm on my way to the gym and I'm just stuck in some traffic, so I figured I would get on here and update you on the book of Azreal. So, do I completely know what's going on right now? No, I do not. I think I'm about 20-ish% of the way through this book. And so our heroine is Diana, which that's a choice. That is a very dated name, like very dated name. And especially for a fantasy romance, I'm like, okay, that's a new one. I hope you guys can hear me. I have the AC like turned way up. So sorry, I turned it down a little bit, but I also don't want to be hot because it's 98 degrees and I'm in a sweater. Yeah, I know. Okay, so Diana is our heroine, and Diana, in order to save her sister, she like pleaded with the gods, something like that, in order to like, so I'm assuming, here's what I think her sister is a vampire. So that's how her life was saved. But then Diana had to become this thing that can basically like morph into any sort of like person being. And she is like working off the debt of saving her sister's life for this man. And so she basically has to do every single thing that he says. And typically that is like going and killing people who like does him wrong or he just doesn't like. And then he has been searching for this book, the Book of Azreal. And we just met Liam, who is a god. He's like a resurrected god, I guess. And he has come back because Diana and her boss, I guess you could say, they're getting very close to like finding the Book of Azreal. And so this god is...
At the next light, turn left.
Sorry, my GPS. This god is like brought back in order to stop it because he is like a god that ends worlds, and he's been asleep for like a millennia or something like that. So like everything in the modern world is just very new to him. And I'm assuming that him and Diana are going to like fall in love somehow. Obviously, that's going to be the plot of the book. But is that going to be like a fated mate type of situation? Or is this just going to be like a true just, I mean, it could be enemies to fated mates. That could be a thing. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. Because Diana and Liam have met. Like, he has her captive because she tried to kill him. She like showed up at this meeting as a man, and then she morphed into who she really is. And the species that she is was like, there was supposed to be no more of them. He was supposed to have like wiped them out forever ago. But now she has been made, so Liam is really confused on like how this is happening. But she was trying to kill Liam so he couldn't stop her boss from getting this book. And now he has her sort of captive. I think that's what's going on. Fantasy, until you like get so far into it, it's like, what am I reading? What is going on right now? And that's how I am feeling.
At the light, turn left onto 3rd Street.
I'm turning left on 3rd Street, okay. Yeah, that's just kind of how I'm feeling right now. Very confused. But I'm enjoying it. I wanted to have this go up today, but here we are, and I haven't even finished the book. I will, hopefully this weekend. Hopefully I can read maybe another one this weekend, because Crystal just posted a TikTok, and then she also posted it onto Instagram of, shoot, I forget what the book is, but she really liked it, and she said the hero was an alpha mellow. So I kind of want to read that. And I know Crystal's pretty like picky about her fantasy and stuff, so I'm intrigued. But I'm gonna get off here because I am almost at the gym now. Thank goodness. But yeah, I'll talk to you later. I don't know how many times I have been in this exact sweatshirt in this vlog. I promise I own others. This one is just my favorite for right now. So I'm wearing it constantly. I got it from, I think, Sam's Club, yeah. Park City, Utah. Oh, I love Park City and I love Utah. And I love this sweatshirt. It's so soft, so comfy. Anyway, enough about my sweatshirt because I am about halfway through the book of Azreal. Let's see, what chapter am I on? Where is my thing? Chapter 25. I believe that's 25. I think that's 25. Yeah, 25. Okay. Going to be honest. This book was starting out a little clunky. Is that the right word? It was a lot of info thrown at you, a lot of people thrown at you, a lot of different beings thrown at you, and it just, I didn't know what was going on. Didn't know what was going on. If I'm being totally honest, do I still know what's going on? I'm getting there. I think I'm getting there, but I'm seeing bits of the romance that's going to develop between Diana and Liam, or Sam Kyle, that's his like actual name, his god. Yeah, I'm seeing that. And I'm liking it, I'm liking it, I'm liking it, okay? So, yeah. Gonna continue this, obviously. And hope that it just gets better, because I'm not gonna lie, the beginning of this book was kind of hard for me to get through, and I like just didn't want to pick it up. I didn't want to pick it up because it was just so much and I didn't know what was going on. I did decide to buy the audiobook for this. I think that's helped me a little bit, but I will admit I'm not a huge fan of the narrator. She feels a little old, and then she doesn't even try to do like, you know, when audiobooks are narrated by just one person and then they have, you know, the female and then the male's perspective, or even like when he's talking, they'll try to like alter their voice a little bit. She doesn't even really try to do that in here. So it's all just like one flat, just her narrating it. It's all the same. So I'm not a huge fan of that, but I do think that the audio is helping me get through this better, because I was struggling when I was trying to read this physically. So yeah, I'm gonna finish up work, and then I've got some chores and stuff to do, and I gotta go get Piper from school. Yeah, but I will update you probably when I've finished the Book of Azreal. So I will talk to you later. Hello, I am here to close out this vlog. Very tired. I want to take my makeup off and I want to go lay in bed and watch some TikTok, because, you know, that's become my nightly routine now. Finished. Oh, God. I finished the Book of Azreal. This has potential, okay? This series has potential, because I think I mentioned earlier that I wasn't like super sure what was going on, and still like some things I'm like, okay, I've got it. Other things, new things, what? And just the reveals, the ending, it's a lot. There is a lot going on in this book. I think this is perfect if you really like fantasy, if you want heavy fantasy elements with also a delicious slow burn romance. This is the book for you. This book right here, okay? The Book of Azreal. If you want fantasy, delicious slow burn romance, pick this up, okay? Because the tension between Diana and Liam was really good. And it was like, honestly, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more tender moments from them. Like, I would have liked even more. And I hope that as the series continues, we get those, especially with the way this ended. I think book 2 is going to be just so freaking good. But like them just becoming friends and like seeing deeper into each other, and him really just kind of like opening up to her, which he had never done that before. And Diana has such a big heart, and she hides it under this like hard exterior. Like she's a badass, and she's not afraid to show it at all. She's not afraid to do whatever needs to be done, but she also is like, she's kind of soft too. And for her sister, she will do anything for her sister. Like, will do anything for her sister. And I have a feeling that she will do anything for Liam as well. Because, like, we've already seen it in here. So I'm just wondering, like, how far it'll go. How far is this going to go? Liam became so possessive over her. But, like, not in, like, the weird way. It was just, like, he didn't even know what was happening. He didn't know why he was feeling this way, but he was possessive. He didn't like her being friends with, like, I mean, not in like a weird, like creepy, toxic way. It was actually kind of cute. And then the pinky promises, she teaches him what a pinky promise is. Just read this. Give this a shot. I think right now my gut is telling me to give this a 4-star. But I'm leaning more towards like a 4.5. I don't know. this solid book, okay? Definitely pick this up. And it's not like, it wasn't that long either. How many pages are you? Oh, I take that back. It's almost like 500 pages. It doesn't look that big though, does it? I don't think so, but yeah, action packed, lots of reveals. This was a lot. Like, this is one that you could very easily, if you're not paying attention to it, you could very easily just lose yourself and not know what is going on. So got to pay attention to this one. There's a lot going on, a lot of elements to this, but really freaking good. And am I gonna pick up book 2 immediately? Probably not, but I am gonna pick up book 2 maybe sometime later this month or in September, but I'm gonna go. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you have made it to this point in the video and you'd like to let me know, leave me a fairy emoji, because, you know, fantasy romance, fairies. Yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.